War is full of acts of heroism, masterful strategies, and moments that change the course of history. But among the headlines and names carved into books, there are stories that get lost. Tales not told in museums, absent from documentaries, surviving only in the trembling voice of an old man who was once there. This is one of those stories, a tale that begins in the Swiss Alps during the harsh winter of 1943 and takes us to the edge of human sanity. Switzerland during World War II maintained a tense neutrality. Still, it reinforced its borders and devised secret defensive plans in case of a German invasion. Some of these plans included Allied support. According to the grandson of one British soldier, his grandfather was sent with a small unit to a remote mountain village. No more than 500 people, isolated, surrounded by snowy peaks, and touched by sunlight only a few hours a day. The villagers were cold and distant. Few spoke English. Communication with the outside world was almost non-existent. A brutal snowstorm soon sealed their fate. Roads were blocked, radios failed, they were trapped. At first, it seemed like a simple surveillance mission. The captain ordered the men to hold their position, protect the village, and watch for enemies. But in the shadow of those eternally gray mountains, something began to change. Villagers started complaining. Items disappeared from homes: blankets, wood, tools, even a ceremonial halberd that an old man kept above his fireplace. The captain questioned the troops. No one confessed. Perhaps the villagers were trying to stir tension, or it was all just misunderstanding. But then a child went missing. Then another. And another. Panic spread. Search parties scoured the hills. Some blamed wolves. Others pointed fingers at the soldiers. Yet no tracks were found. No bodies, no answers. The captain organized night patrols. Security was tightened. Still, children vanished. And then one night, one of their own, Private Reginald, disappeared without a trace. The air grew heavier. Villagers whispered about dark forces. Some claimed creatures came down from the mountains. Others just locked their doors and said nothing. The soldiers began to suspect desertion or foul play. But again, no proof, no leads, just fear. And by now, 7 children were gone. Then came a night unlike the others. Shortly after midnight, a British patrol spotted a figure peeking into the window of a villager's home. When they shouted, it fled. The patrol chased the figure through melting snow and eerie silence. It ran toward the forest and then vanished, or so it seemed. It had leapt into what looked like a hole in a snowbank. The soldiers surrounded the opening. Gunfire erupted from within. Startled, they fired back. Silence followed. One man descended with a flashlight. He came back pale, trembling, unable to speak. The captain and others climbed down to see for themselves. What they found was beyond comprehension. Curled in a corner, a bullet through his heart, lay Reginald. But he wasn't alone. The cave held the partially eaten remains of the 7 missing children, mutilated, stacked like grotesque trophies. The stolen halberd was there, covered in blood. According to the grandson, his grandfather never recovered from what he saw. Reginald, for reasons no one would ever fully understand, had lost his mind. Trapped in isolation, darkness, and the pressure of war, he became something else. A monster. There was no trial, no official record. The village fell silent. The soldiers were reassigned. It was as if it never happened. Perhaps it's just a story told by a grandson with a vivid imagination. Or maybe it's one of those horrors history chooses to bury. But one thing is certain. In war, monsters exist on both sides. Some wear uniforms. Others wait in snow caves, hidden in the night. And sometimes, like in that forgotten village in the Swiss Alps, the most terrifying enemy is one of your own.